Stand up, defend yourself, and let them know it's never okay.
There's too much shit going on.
Oh, shit.
Look at that shit. All right.
Yeah.
Shut this.
Hello, YouTube.
Don't do that.
Why not? That's cool. That's what cool guys do.
All right. Fuck.
Do you send out a link to everybody? Let everybody know where they can watch us make fools of ourselves?
All right.
Yes.
This is how you want to do our show premiere on YouTube. You want to start out by asking something that you know goddamn well I did because I told you I was fucking doing it. I'm sitting here trying to run two computers, this recorder, the fucking videos and the songs and the cameras. You're over there with your thumb up your ass, and then you have the fucking nerve to ask me.
Stop. Stop. I need to take a drink of my coffee.
All right. Go ahead.
Takes all my concentration.
Go ahead.
Okay, what were you saying?
You think that that's just going to be enough to fucking... All right. So we've got to keep in mind that we're doing this on initially for the podcast. So enough with the fucking sight gags. Dumb.
Sight gags. Oh, sorry. Here.
Abbott.
Is that better?
Abbott and Fat Fellow. I just made that up. All right. So I had an interesting week and a half or so.
Yeah.
You know, with me moving. So a couple things happened that made me think that maybe I might have some racist tendencies inside.
You think?
All right. Let's see. I want to go in order here. What was the first one? Okay. So
you want to go in order.
There's a couple.
That means it's going to be good.
So the first thing, and this is fucking all right. So I was running around the house. There was two ladies packing up all our stuff and putting it in boxes, you know. So they wrap everything and they put it in boxes. And in the South, where I came from, everybody called you like Mr. Doug.
Okay.
Like you, they'd call you Mrs. Anthony.
All right.
So anyway, I walk into the dining room, and this lady, she goes, "Mr. Doug?" I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "You know you can't put firearms on the truck, right?" And for some reason, I have no idea why it didn't register in my head what she was saying. My brain just went like, why in the fuck is this lady talking about fire trucks? And why would you put a fucking arm on a fucking fire truck? I don't understand. I don't speak Ebonics. I don't know what the fuck this lady's trying to fucking communicate to me. And I just look at her with this stupid fucking look in my face, like, what was that? And she goes, "Fire. They can't put firearms on the truck." And I'm like, maybe she's having a fucking stroke, you know? Because I'm picturing like a fire truck with arms on it, and why would you fucking do that? I know this sounds retarded.
Yep.
I'm fully aware of how fucking stupid it sounds. So I'm sitting there, and I said, "Come again?" And she just looks at me like, "You dumb motherfucker." She goes, "You've got 3 guns in the corner, and I can't put them on the truck." And I was like, "Oh, I'm stupid. It's not. She's not stupid. I'm stupid." All right. And then the second thing that happened that was interesting was when we got to our new house, they sent, oddly enough, 2 black guys to unload everything. There's a pattern.
Yep.
So I was standing out on the front porch, and they're pretty adamant about, you know, just stay out of our fucking way. We'll put your stuff where you tell us.
Mm-hmm.
So these black guys are just running back and forth between the truck with a box and truck to the box, you know, truck to the house, truck to the house. And they walk up, and he's got like 4 boxes on a dolly, and he comes up and he goes, because they always ask you if they're uncertain, you know, like first bedroom, second bedroom, bedroom, whatever. And he goes, "Massa?" And I went,
"No."
And I went, "Yeah." And then he took off walking, and then it dawned on me he was asking me if it goes in the master bedroom. I just said, Yeah, like
Like
go on.
you're used to that.
You had a question.
Jesus Christ. That is awesome. That's See, that's casual racism that he didn't even notice.
All right. Well, I don't want to dwell on that. I just thought that shit was funny because yeah, whatever.
Massa?
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you need? Yeah, what'd you need, boy?
What?
It would have been funny if you said that.
You don't have
would have got your fucking ass kicked.
You don't have to be so clearly racist.
Was he a male?
No, I'm saying you. You went right to the jugular. I was just
No. I'm asking you. Was he was?
I'm trying to turn my story on you, dickhead.
No, I know exactly what you're doing. I'm trying to defend and say that boy isn't racist.
Oh, all right.
That's where I'm going with this.
All right. What about you? We've been off for 2 weeks, other than that special episode we recorded for the official podcast.
Yep. Yeah, I got nothing. My life's boring, man. Boring.
Nothing. Fuck.
Boring, man. I got nothing.
Nothing's happened in the last couple weeks that anything.
I slept, went to work.
Somebody, nobody like you never walked in and somebody banging your wife or something. Something.
Yeah, but that's not newsworthy. That's not.
It is. Especially if it was a big fat guy with a goatee.
I've been having a hard time at work. I'm sure that nobody gives a shit. Nobody wants to hear about that.
Nah, you're probably right.
Right.
All right. So what do you want to chat about today? We got a bunch of abortion shit on the board.
Yeah. I wonder why. Is that in the news or something?
Do you feel like arguing or just talking?
How about a little bit of this, a little bit of that? We'll just see how it goes. We'll start arguing and then see if it turns into a conversation.
I think that's backwards.
Yeah, you're right. So we had a discussion about abortion early on, and so my views my views change every fucking day. I don't know, because I don't know how I feel about a lot of shit. A lot of people say that if you're wishy-washy or whatever, if you don't stand firm on what you believe, then you'll fall for anything. I don't believe that shit, man, because I don't know how I feel about abortion at any given moment.
I think what people say are if you gain information and have the ability to change your view based on that information, you then that makes you a little more intelligent. We just got a comment from Dave from Man Brain Podcast questioning that he took a break from jerking off to watch this.
I don't believe that for a minute. I believe he's watching.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so what do you think? Do you really think that he jerked off and then stopped, or do you think who gives a fuck? Go back to jerking off. Shut off YouTube. I don't give a fuck. Don't watch it.
We're talking about abortion. Keep jerking off. Come on.
What better fodder?
Right.
Anyway, no. If you gain information and have the ability to change your position, I think that makes you more intelligent. Not getting all this information and then just sticking with your original thought, right?
Right. Yeah. I if you're trying to say that I'm intelligent, I agree with you.
So now what's your, okay, let's start with what's your view on abortion?
The first initial thing that I think about abortion is I don't give a fuck. I have 3 kids.
So nothing's changed. That was your view before.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, well then there you go. So I have 2 kids and a burn victim, and my we're not having any more kids, so it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me at all. But the idea that abortion is going to be used for birth control, which it is, I don't like. But the fact that it's going to be outlawed and people are going to use coat hangers, I don't like. So where does that leave me? I don't fucking know. I don't know. I honestly don't know what I think. I wish people weren't so fucking shitty. If people weren't so shitty and just fuck everybody they know and have 12 abortions, every year you have an abortion just because, then yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think my stance is still a lot different. I believe that abortion is murder, but I am okay with it. That I really mean that. I don't care.
How is it? That's stupid that it's murder.
It's hello. It's stupid that you think it's not. It's a life. There's a heartbeat. If you kill something with a heartbeat, that's murder. That.
All right. How do you feel about the death penalty?
I was trying. You want me to be serious or try to be funny?
Yes.
I can't be serious.
I want you to be seriously funny.
I think the death penalty is fucked up only because we kill so many people we put our justice system is so fucked up that it puts so many people behind bars that are innocent, and you're killing them. That's my problem with it. It's not ending people's life that I have a problem with it. It's ending people's life prematurely or for the wrong reasons. Like if you didn't do anything and you get put in death, you get fucking killed.
Yeah.
Or I have a problem with that.
But is it murder?
Yes, it's murder. Justifiable homicide, I think.
I don't think that's what that is.
That's what I call it. You can put anything you want on it, but taking a life is murder, right?
Sure. It all depends on. So now we're getting into semantics that it makes your argument.
Don't bring the Jews into this. That's bullshit.
They can have all the abortions they want.
All abortions are illegal except if you're Jewish.
So,
what about Mexicans? Maybe that's what we should do: is just outlaw abortions or make them legal based on your race.
Yes, I'm good.
Or mandatory. What if we make them mandatory?
Mandatory based on your race. If you were born black, you weren't. Wait. Does that work?
I think I know what you meant.
I don't think I know what I meant. Oh shit! It all gets into stupid shit that it waters down the argument. Like, so you're saying all abortion is murder all the time? When? So immediately after I ejaculate, 6 hours later, whatever, my sperm meets the egg. So it's a murder at that point. I don't understand. We're getting into there's a heartbeat at this point. There's lungs at this point. Oh, you don't know any of that. I don't know any of that.
I do know it though. I did 2 semesters at the University of Phoenix, and we specifically covered
in the first 2 semesters we covered
when does life begin? And
okay.
As soon as semen hits an egg, boom, it's a life. You name it.
Boom, it's a life.
Boom, it happens just like that.
It's like you're fucking, you're like, bam, oh God, it's going to be named Greg. right there. You're wrong.
So Brady Thayer says Anthony's mom should have aborted him 53 years ago.
Wow.
I agree with you, sir.
I'm pretty sure that would have been my grandma aborting my mom.
And that might not have been such a bad idea.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, I don't want to get too distracted. But so if you can't tell me when life begins, right?
Nope. Not definitively, no.
Okay. So you're saying after the head comes out of the vagina, it's a life. Or does the whole baby have to come out of the vagina? Like if it's crowning,
If it's still got a leg in there, you can stab it in the head. I got it before it came out.
You can't count this against me. So answer that question. Should that be legal?
I can't because
what you just said, should that be legal?
Stabbing a baby in the head?
As long as the ankle's still in the vagina.
No, that shouldn't be legal, I don't think. Wait.
Oh, okay. So what about crowning? Like right where it just you look up into the vagina and
if there's a spot just enough to stab at. If you can, as soon as you can see a blade width of head, you fucking go at it.
If you can get past the vulva without touching it.
It's like a thing in the back of your throat when you talking about.
It's like the game Operation. If you can get to the baby without touching the sides, it's okay.
I think that people would be a lot better off if they had to fight their way out. If every birth was a possible abortion, and if you lived, then you get to be alive. It would make people fight for their life immediately. It would make them hard, not like sexually hard, but
okay. So that now you're just being silly.
No, now I am.
All right. Well, I think we've solved that issue.
Yeah, right. The problem that I have is that it's always the same. Everybody wants to go to extremes. Abortion is murder, blah, blah, blah. Or we need abortion because it's women's health. Abortion is a healthcare issue. It's not. Neither one of those things is true. It's not murder. It's not a healthcare issue. It's something that we have to deal with as a society, but I don't know how. So stop pretending like you know how either. And everything is so goddamn extreme all the time. Just have a nuanced view of the world.
One, I don't know what nuanced means. Two,
right.
I don't know what your name is. Islavic Congo. I don't know who the fuck you are. A congressman tried to exempt black babies from abortion laws, and I find that hilarious. How would that happen? How could you exempt?
How's it going?
I've got to get this shit under control, man. There's too much shit going on over here. How do you do that? How would you exempt black people from abortion laws? I mean, because
you just write it in.
I said that as a joke, like it's okay to abort black kids.
Yeah. You just write it into the law. What do you mean?
No, but somebody actually tried doing it.
Yeah. Are you surprised? Have you been paying attention for 2 years? That surprises you?
2 years?
Yeah, we've been talking about this shit for at least 2 years.
You think abortion started when we started talking about it?
No. Social justice shit. It's the same. It's all, identity politics, social. It's all the same. Different rules for black people than there are for white people. What do you mean?
I think you're missing it. You're hung up on that. They are saying that it's okay to abort black kids, but not white kids.
Oh, well, that's kind of fucked up. I was thinking the other way around. There's more white kids. We need to bring the numbers down a little bit.
Do you think that when they abort, a black kid, it counts as 3/5 of an abortion?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Are you trying to get us kicked off YouTube with our first broadcast? I think that's how that works.
I didn't come up with that 3/5 fraction.
Did you come up with any fraction ever? You didn't. I didn't come up with that fraction. Look at that. Fucking baby, it's cold outside. Remember
so
that?
what do you think about that thing? People are saying that men are trying to control women's bodies, and that's why we're involved in abortion conversations. Why can't it be just like me saying, look, I don't like the thought of you murdering kids. And that's how I look at it.
So my opinion is that somebody made that argument, and maybe they believed it, maybe they didn't, but it gained traction, right? People were like, yeah, they do just want to control women's bodies. And then it gained steam, and it was a useful argument. So they just kept propping it up. I don't think it's true, but I think people argue anything that supports their point, even if some of them don't believe it. They just argue it because it supports their point that they want abortions and they want the government to pay for abortions and they want to walk into a Walmart to get an abortion.
That'd be fucking awesome.
It would be awesome.
Because them fucking retards that work at Walmart, they wouldn't clean nothing up. Their floors would be all slippery and shit.
Why you gotta disparage our listeners like that? I'm sure they all work at Walmart.
I don't. I don't understand the argument where people say it's okay. I don't believe it's a woman's issue. That's where I get fucked up. I think it is a people issue. I think that you're killing a person.
Okay.
And that person just happens to be a parasite that needs you to live.
So when they frame it as a woman's issue, I have that child is mine also, if it's mine. I'm sorry that biology worked out that women have to carry children. I'm not sorry. Fuck you. I don't apologize for that. That's the way it fucking works. There's nothing that I can do about that. But to frame it as a women's issue and the men have nothing to do with it, they just drop their load and leave. Well, maybe you picked the wrong fucking guy, asshole.
So this comment just popped up. Should a woman who is married be legally obligated to tell her husband if she has an abortion? Yes, absolutely. No question.
No, I don't believe that.
You
want the government to tell you legally what you have to tell another person? Fuck off. See, I'm right.
I didn't look at it like that, but yes.
I'm fucking right.
Yes, I do. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that somebody is legally obligated to. You're legally obligated to tell somebody if you sell your house and it's haunted.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you serious?
There's been a murder in your house. You are legally obligated to disclose that.
I'm against that too. That I'm right. You want to have the government force people to you have to tell another person anything ever. Fuck off. That's stupid. So what should the punishment be? A year in jail?
Death.
Abortion. You should be aborted.
I don't house arrest. I don't fucking know. All I know is that I would be extremely pissed off if I come home from work and it's like, hey, so what's going on, honey? And she says, well, I ran to the store. I had to go to the doctor's office and pick up some medicine, and I killed our kid.
I killed our kid. All right. I mean, so my rebuttal to you being pissed off is I don't give a fuck. I don't care that you're mad. It doesn't matter. And
you don't really believe that.
Absolutely, I do. If you are married to someone who you even have a suspicion that would have an abortion without telling you, you're married to the wrong person. You're
married to the wrong person.
Yeah, I am. But but that's your fault. The government doesn't need to be involved in that. Do you think the government should? I don't even think the government should be involved in that. What?
The government is involved in that. You can't get married to somebody without the government being involved.
I know.
Once they're involved, they're in, baby. It's a fucking threesome.
So all your finances, you have to discuss that with the government too. What if your wife buys a car without telling you?
Whatever the penalty is for her getting an abortion, it's half of that.
Half. But I think the penalty, if she gets an abortion without telling you, you should get to punch her in the face one time, no consequences.
Perfect. Yeah, see? That
See,
wasn't hard.
I knew you'd be on board with that.
That wasn't that hard.
No, you're going to hit her hard. Every abortion, you get punched. While you're having the abortion, your next abortion, you have to get punched. So the punishment is you have an abortion, I have to have sex with you, get you pregnant, you have to have another abortion, and I punch you while you're having it. Right? No,
I'm not sure this is
too complicated. I'm with you that I would be pissed off, but pick a better mate, jackass.
I'm going to concede. I think because I agree with you. If you marry somebody that has an abortion without telling you, you married the wrong person. That's not the government's problem.
Right.
Can you abort the government?
Right. Yes, I wish.
All right. Well, that was. Did we get anywhere? I don't think we got anywhere.
No, we talked about something that I don't give a shit about. I hate talking about things that everybody else is talking about. Well, they were talking about it last week, so we're a week behind, so we're good, right?
Oh, so what do you want to talk about this week? The synthesizers?
Yeah. Yes. Let's talk about synthesizers.
Fuck you.
Did you hear about our buddy Louis J. Gomez?
Yeah, he was going to have.
They're in some hot water.
I don't think that he's in hot water. I think that he was going to have that. Wasn't he like a gay, black, white supremacist?
Gay, white,
Something.
black. But
I don't know.
Milo, Milo something. He they had him on his show, right? Or they did have him.
No, they were gonna. Yeah,
they didn't. I don't know all the details, but I know.
So let's talk about it because neither one of them do.
No, yeah, exactly. So there's some kind of a Twitter feud going on by some comic who's trying to shut down speech, which is always hilarious to me. He's getting mad because they're having some platforming. Deplatforming is the fucking worst thing you can do. Don't be that asshole.
What do you think about? So I made a note that I kind of wanted to talk to you about forcing immigrants to assimilate.
Assimilate as in what, language or
everything, right? So, okay, let's start with Mexicans. So you go to different parts of the country. There's as much in Spanish as there is in English.
Sure.
I think in some classrooms they teach English as a second language.
Yeah, sure. They do. At my kids' school, they do.
Your kids are Mexicans. Is that just because he's brown, the burn one?
Yeah, they just figured he didn't know how to speak English.
What's your view on it? You're good with that?
Yeah, I'm totally good with it. Yeah.
So you don't think that there should be any assimilation? You shouldn't
No.
force any assimilation?
I don't think there should be any forced assimilation. No, not at all.
Why?
But you're asking me to say why I don't think that? Well, why would you think that? What's the point of it?
What's the point of it? It's so that we can all get along and I don't have to put up with all that bullshit that they do all the fucking time.
Like what? Like what? What do they do?
They're all immigrating.
Well, I'll give you that. So you just don't want to hear Spanish in public.
You got it.
Is that what this is all about?
No. So what? Okay. What about Kaya? What about forcing immigrants to abort? If you want to stay, no anchor babies until you earn your citizenship.
Gay.
You're against that? I'm for that.
Yes, that's stupid.
I'm for any type of forced abortion. I don't care of the consequence.
I don't care of the consequence or who's aborted, who's not aborted. I just force it.
I don't you think that would be fucking great to read? Is that we have forced abortion somewhere?
Yeah.
Like, and have it tied to something that has absolutely nothing to do with anything that makes any sense. Like
cavities, abortion.
Like bass players. If a bass player gets somebody pregnant, and that I'm not going to go any further with that. That's a stupid premise.
Yeah, I was okay.
Thanks for helping me out of that one, though, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. So you don't want to hear people speaking Spanish anymore.
So what about? Okay, I'm just going to run by you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in America,
mm-hmm.
you speak American.
I'm for that. As long as it's not English. I don't want to force English.
All right.
Force an American.
If I'm an American, I believe that if I'm American, I believe that anybody that is speaking to me or around me, I should be able to understand them. Anybody
within earshot, I should be able to understand them. That's because you're an American. That's why you think that. The Americans are fucking stupid.
If I go to Spanish and I speak American, they won't put up with it.
That is absolutely not true at all. It's so awesome that you've never been anywhere outside of America, but you generalize.
You know goddamn well I've been more places than you. I can pull
way more places than me. Fuck off. Where you been outside of America?
Mexico.
Me too. Where else?
You went across the border and got fucking jerked off at a donkey show. That don't even fucking count.
Mexico's Mexico.
Canada.
You never been to Canada? I got relatives from Canada. I'm half Canadian. What are you fucking talking about?
Okay. When's the last time you've been to Canada?
Oh, none of your fucking business. I don't need to say that on here. It's none of your business.
Bahamas.
You never.
Yes, I have
been to the Bahamas. Whatever. Is that
so? All we found out is that you have never left the central United States.
Central United States.
Oh,
I've been to Mexico.
Reykjavik Congo says, "What if someone has a thick ass accent, though? Okay, abort them." Wait a minute, is that what we were talking about? Is aborting still?
Can we take out the accent part? Because I'm against that.
No, if I can't understand you, listen, Reykjavik.
You're so tough. Listen, Reykjavik.
I can tell just by your name that you wouldn't be allowed.
This is like an 80s movie. Listen, Reykjavik.
I don't even. Oh yeah. Oh, we're not even talking about abortion anymore. We're talking about assimilation.
Yeah. We're talking about assimilating. So you're against Mexicans?
No, I'm not against Mexicans if they speak American and they're light skinned and they were born here and they don't take my jobs.
But they still make good food, right?
Fuck, I love Mexican food.
You really are an asshole. Oh shit. I am absolutely against forced assimilation of any kind. So you think that they should just Mexicans come here and set up their Sharia law and stone people? Right. Yes, I do.
Raising Muhammad.
Right. I'm all for it. I want the fucking the Allah in a bathtub in their front yard.
Is that like a new lawn jockey type thing?
I think it is. You're such an ass. Oh,
God. All right. I don't understand why you're trying to make me an asshole.
So how would you propose that we force assimilation?
How do we force assimilation?
So somebody in the chat just asked what's wrong with assimilation. Nothing is wrong with assimilation. I have no problem with if you want to come to America and assimilate to our culture. That's great. What I have a problem with is forced assimilation.
Why do you have a problem with forced assimilation? You have laws in a country, right? If you drive the speed limit and you want somebody to, if you want to maintain a speed limit, you create a law that says you can't go over this speed limit. And I don't know what American to Spanish translation is in dollar amounts or pesos or speed limits or whatever, but they still have to follow our speed limit. They don't get to go 155 pesos an hour or whatever the fuck they use.
God, that's a lot of money. So you're saying that if I'm against forcing our culture on go to Spanish, what the fuck?
Go on.
So fucking threw me off. Fuck these fucking chats. So you're saying that if you want to force our culture on somebody else, it's the same as forcing them to drive 55 miles an hour. You're not serious.
I'm saying that if you come to this country, you should be expected to follow the rules as a society that we've set up.
What rules? Is there a rule that says we have to speak English?
There is when I'm done. What the fuck? What part of this don't you understand?
I don't understand how you can be so ignorant. That's
I'm
what I
not
don't
ignorant.
understand.
What is wrong with everybody acting exactly like me? What is wrong with that? If you
God.
can,
How much time do you have?
I really think that you're wrong on this.
I'm not though. So I let's go back to how would you force somebody to assimilate to our culture?
We tie it into abortion.
We're going back to that again.
You have to. There has to be a penalty for not assimilating. That
But you're
penalty
already,
is death.
what if you're already born?
I don't even give a fuck if you're white and you start speaking French. Abort it. Boom.
Oh no, French. I'm out. You don't speak French. That's gay, man.
This shit of coming into another country
Mm-hmm.
and trying to force what you left and bring it here makes no sense to me.
So nobody is
Except for
forcing.
Mexicans.
Nobody is. So that's where you're mistaken. Is anybody coming here from Mexico and forcing you to speak Spanish?
Yes.
Who?
Have you ever been to a Mexican restaurant and all the shit's in gibberish on the menu?
Don't. So
Don't tell me not to go to the Mexican restaurant because Mexican food's the best food.
don't go to that Mexican restaurant.
Fuck you, they cook good Mexican food.
Then shut the fuck up. You're gonna ruin it for everybody.
How hard is
They're
it?
gonna, they're gonna take their Mexican food and go home. Shut the
How
fuck
hard is
up.
it to write tacos or beef?
How hard is it to
You know what?
write
Why do you-
tacos?
if it's beef, okay. Last night, we went out for ramen last night.
You can go out for ramen.
You uncultured swine.
Ramen. The uncultured ramen. You cultured and ramen should never be in the same fucking sentence.
So this is fucking great. You've never had ramen, have you? Like real ramen?
Yeah. Do you put the fucking hot water in? Top ramen? Yeah. I've had top ramen before. It's salt. Salt on a fucking piece of cardboard. That's fucking top ramen.
Okay, anyway. So yeah, we went out to eat for ramen last night.
Yay.
You are so funny. It's funny because you are convinced that you are the better, smarter, more educated, more well-versed person. Right?
Out of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're not even close. I mean, like I said, you're not, but that's fine.
All right. So you went out to a fancy restaurant to eat cardboard and salt. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, and what I was getting at is, you open up the menu and it's all the different types, and you have to type in, unless you speak whatever language people that make ramen. I don't know what they are. They're yellow. I don't think they were Indians.
This is just getting better.
Anyway, so you have to go into Google Translate and figure out, because it just says it's like whatever, and then you type that in and it's beef. Like it would have just been easier for everybody if they would have just wrote beef. That's what I'm getting.
Everybody? It would have been easier for everybody?
Yeah, once you're fully assimilated, everybody knows what beef is.
So what you're assuming
Vexation. This comment right here. I guess you should have the ability to speak the language of the country you live in. Exactly. That's all I'm asking.
I agree. And you should have the ability. You should have the ability to speak the language. Yes, I agree. But you shouldn't force people. That's stupid.
If I'm within earshot, or any other American is within earshot, you should have to speak English.
So stupid. I want you to tell me how you would plan on forcing assimilation without abortions.
How do you force speed limits? You have assimilation cops, and they have their like the radar gun that they use for speeding. They have
it's a translator.
No, it's a big ear thing, and they just sit there and they listen to everybody, and if they hear anything like whatever, boom, ticket. Assimilation tickets.
So, I can tell you thought this through. Did you have a bad experience with somebody speaking something that you didn't understand recently? Is that why you're so angry about this?
I'm not angry at all about it. I've always thought this way. Okay, you don't leave your house enough to interact with people that are different than you. When's the last time you had somebody speak Spanish to you?
Spanish?
Yeah.
That's been a while, probably. I don't remember. I don't see what the point is. So if somebody's not speaking Spanish to me on a daily basis, then that makes me more tolerant. I don't understand what you're saying. You're an intolerant prick, but you're turning it around on me somehow.
I'm not intolerant. I haven't hurt anybody. All right. Vexation again. It's like saying gay people should be allowed to be gay, but not in eyesight of people who aren't gay. No, it's not like saying that at all.
It is exactly like saying
it's
that.
not like saying that at all. If you're gay, are we talking about men or women?
Does it matter?
You're fucking right. It matters. I don't want to see two people butt fucking in the street.
I do.
All right. Another comment. What if we start speaking Spanish in the chat?
Can you kick people out?
I don't know. I don't care. I don't even give a fuck what if you speak. I'm just trying to.
So just language. Was that all you're concerned about?
No.
Okay. What else?
All other things that happen with people that are from different places.
All right. Not sure what that means exactly, but okay.
I don't know what you fucking want from me.
I want you to use your fucking brain for once. This is the stupidest position. This is so dumb. So what you're assuming is incorrectly that America has the best culture. And if you come here, you should forget about your culture where you came from and adopt our culture that is just plain better.
Right.
Yeah, no.
We agree.
No. So then, no, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. We are the fattest, stupidest, laziest country in the world. Do you want more people to be fat, lazy, and stupid?
Then why come here?
Because we're also the best.
Why?
I don't know. as I was saying that, I was like, fuck. Oh, fuck. I don't know. I don't know why I come here. I have no idea. I understand what you're saying, that if you come here to better your life, why would you want to bring the worst parts of your life with you? I get it. I understand what you're saying, but to pretend like speaking Spanish is some kind of an affront to you.
I don't give a fuck. I was just talking. I don't care if you speak Spanish or any language. I just want to be able to order off a fucking menu and without having to use data.
Without having to use data. All right. All right.
So,
how about if you own a restaurant, you're forced to translate your menu into English. I'm okay with that. That's the least amount of force I'm okay with.
All right.
Hey, look who's here.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So Zero Fucks Given podcast. This is a comment I just posted. Technically, we should learn all the Native American language then. You racist fucks. Your moms should have aborted both of you. Maybe not Kermit, but definitely Doug. America. All right. Yeah, that's probably fair.
Wait, which part's fair?
That's
the second person in the chat to say that I should have been aborted.
No, you said maybe.
You've got an asshole position, and they're telling me that I should have been aborted.
No, they're saying maybe not you, but definitely me.
Oh,
so
I read it wrong.
Your abortion's a maybe. Mine is. I'm right up there.
Cool.
So whatever. I don't know which one of the. I don't know if this is Zero Fucks or Given. I don't know which one of you I'm talking to.
It's Given.
But if you had listened to any of our other episodes, you would know that I am the not racist one, and Anthony is pro-racism. So get that shit out of there.
America.
I've seen Boys in the Hood. I know what the fuck's up. All right. So what were we talking about?
We've covered so much ground. I don't know.
Have we solved anything?
No. Are we still going to be able to have, now that we're doing this new format, are we still going to be able to have Deuce on next week?
Yeah. Deuce will be on next week, I'm sure.
Sweet.
Get away from. I know you wanted to talk about aborting Mexicans, but
right.
You want to jump to a news story or something?
Sure. This
All
one fits right in. This Arabic numerals. Did you read that?
What I'm on now. All right. Most Americans say Arabic numerals should not be taught in school. Find survey: 72% of Republicans oppose Western world standard numeric system. According to research designed, tease out prejudice among those who don't understand the question. More than half of Americans. What's Arabic numerals? First off, I'm fucking stupid. Like the number one?
Yep. Our fucking number system is called Arabic numerals.
The system was first developed by Indian mathematicians before spreading through Arab world to Europe.
What's Arab?
Most Americans say, what do they speak? What do their menus say? Most Americans say Arabic numbers should not be taught in school. So what this article is saying is that people read the word Arabic and then got upset and said we shouldn't teach that in school because they didn't understand the question. Is that what I'm reading?
Yes.
Okay.
It ties right along with what you were saying. Just
right.
So
had you asked, you should have said, what do you think about teaching Arabic numerals in America? That's what you should have asked me, because that would have set me off on a fucking tangent that there's no reason. That's because I am ignorant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I know. But so am I, though. But, if you would have asked me before I read this, the exact same question, I would have been like, no, what the fuck do we need to learn that for? But now, since I've read this, I feel like I'm smarter and better than you because I have this information and I'm going to hold it over you.
It was like when you went off on that, all of a sudden you came into work that day and started talking about college football players getting paid out of the blue.
Right.
You hate sports.
Right.
And one day you come in and you're all upset because college athletes aren't paid.
Right. So, yes, you're right. I watched a documentary about college athletes not getting paid. And the next day, being the asshole that I am, I came into work and I was like, fucking college athletes don't. I just brought it up out of nowhere. And like, Doug called me out on it. Of course, you couldn't just fucking go along with it and, let me be better. So that was kind of when I realized that I do that kind of shit. And I looked back, I'm like, man, I've done that for a long time. So it's difficult, but I try not to do that so much anymore. It's difficult because I'm just naturally such an ass. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
All right, let's do this. Arkansas woman sentenced for posing as sheriff's deputy to bust her boyfriend out of jail. Fox News: an Arkansas woman who posed as a California sheriff's deputy to break her boyfriend out of jail has been sentenced. Maxine Feldstein, 30, pleaded guilty on Monday to several charges, including criminal impersonation, and was sentenced to 30 years in prison, but half her sentence was suspended.
So when I first read this, I kind of skimmed it or whatever. My first thought was, man, what did it say? She got 30 years in prison. That's a long time for impersonating an officer. But if you read, more, you realize that it actually worked. She actually got the guy out of jail. That's where he lost me. Like, how did this fucking work? They just, the jail was just like, oh, okay, here you go. Take this guy with you. Let him get in your regular car that's not marked anything. And I'll just, well, let me help you put him in your Ford Taurus. I just thought that was fucked. I mean, how did that actually work?
How would you break me out of jail?
I'd give you a cake with a file in it. That's my favorite.
I really, really thought that you were going to suggest something. I think
funny.
Even if I wasn't in jail, you would keister something just to try to, just in case I ever go to jail. That's what we need to do. We need to shove something up your ass just in case I ever go to jail.
A cake with a file in it. Not just the file, but the whole fucking cake.
Pack it all the way up there.
Oh shit!
All right.
That was it. That was the whole thing. If you're in jail, I'm not breaking you out. Just so you know, you're podcasting from jail.
You created a card on our Trello board that says tattoo artist. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I this may seem stupid, but I want to get a new tattoo, and I can't draw or podcast or anything else. So anyway, I can't draw. So I was hoping that maybe somebody listening can draw, and they would like to offer their services for free.
So you're asking for somebody to design your tattoo.
Yeah. Get a hold of me and,
see how easy that was?
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
I need
yeah.
somebody to design my tattoo.
Yeah, so get a hold of me and we'll
How?
talk.
How do you want them to get a hold of you?
I don't know. Just, get a hold of me. I'll be around. People know how to get a hold of me through you, through the official podcast.
Contact the official podcast if you are interested in designing Anthony's tattoo
For free.
So this is going to have the opposite effect on them. Those of you that don't know, the official podcast said on their show, they've got whatever, like 70 billion fucking listeners or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They said on their show, Kaya suggested that if anybody wants to pass off a message to them, they should just call our voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
So my phone has been going non-fucking stop ever since. So now we're suggesting that our listener will
we get at least 3 a week, me, you, and one other person.
It'll just be us creating a bunch of Google accounts and sending him.
Oh shit.
All right. Oh fuck. How long have we been doing? 52 minutes.
You're fucking done already? All that build up for 52 minutes? Oh shit.
All right. Do you want to do another? Is there any other stories to do?
I don't think so. I think we're fucking out.
Men cause abortions?
Do they?
Well, if anybody in the chat room has a topic that they want us to talk about, we will.
Is that what we sank to? We're down to that already. God damn. This is only our first fucking live stream and we're already down to that.
Well, we did all this other shit except for prepare for a show.
Right.
One of the things that I don't remember where I was reading it, but it was in regards to us.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody had suggested that we don't come in prepared. And there's a lot of so what do you want to talk about now? Mm-hmm. And I was like, motherfucker, man, we put work into this fucking show. And now we're sitting here and it's like, well, what do you want to talk about now?
So when people say things like that, like you don't want to hear us say, what do you want to talk about now? All I can say is don't fucking listen. I don't know if this isn't what you want, go find something else. Go listen to some overproduced piece of garbage. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. But thanks for listening.
All right.
We need to work on getting some sponsorships.
No, we need to work. We can't even fill a fucking hour.
I know. We can. It's just not very good.
We got a sponsorship actually. You know what? You want to so we got our butt plugs.
So I had an idea for well, you kind of had the idea and it gave me the idea, I guess, for a giveaway. I want to find some way to give away the Who's Right bathtub toasters. I want to get a toaster, put our logo on it, and give it away to one lucky listener, exclusively for use in the bathtub.
Only if you're pregnant.
If you're pregnant, right? The Who's Right bathtub abortion toaster. There, that's even better. I like it.
Actually, that might sell with all these abortion bans popping up everywhere.
I know. So if you want to get yourself a Who's Right abortion bathtub abortion Who's Right toaster Who's Right bathtub abortion toaster. There you go. We need to work on giving one of those away or selling one or auctioning one off on eBay or something. If anybody has any interest or just want to tell me to shut up about it.
All right. Vexation, I want you to hang around for a little bit, and then we got to get off of here. We've got this one article that we're going to talk about, but we're saving that for our Patreon. So we've got to end the stream, right?
Mm-hmm. Can you see how many people are listening?
Yeah,
watching.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You want me to tell you?
Well, I mean, yeah. That's kind of why I asked.
Right now, there's 9.
Yes.
That's good.
It's 9 more than I thought.
All right, so
how's my hair?
All right. How do you want to end this stream?
Bye.
All right.
Oh, you're serious? That's how I want to end it. Fucking bye.
Right. Oh no, hold on. Support us on Patreon. Bye.
All right.
No, you want to keep recording? I don't know.
I don't care.
I don't like this pressure of recording live. It's distracting because I feel like
I like it. Keeps me on my toes. Oh, that was awesome.
Vexation. I have an opportunity for you. You said you're on the East Coast. Send me a message. Doug.who'srightpodcast@gmail.com. All right.
Do you want a toaster? We give away toasters and butt plugs. Oh fuck! All right, are we done?
I don't know.
I'm good. If you got something else you want to talk about, that'd be.
You know what? This don't even matter. This don't even have to go in the show, right? I mean, so if people want to just sit here and listen to us talk, I don't give a fuck. I don't have to entertain them anymore. The show's over.
You didn't have to entertain them in the first place. Take the pressure off yourself. Just sit back, relax.
The butt plugs. So Wing Wong.
that can't be real.
Why not, you racist bastard?
Because it's too funny. Can't be real. I'm sorry if it's real. No, I'm not sorry. That's funny. You need to assimilate. Change your name.
Anyway, yeah. So
I don't think they're organic.
What does that mean? You can eat them?
What? That they're organic?
Yeah.
That doesn't have anything to do with you being able to eat it. What does it? I don't fucking know.
Doesn't that mean they're grass fed?
They're grown without pesticides. I'm pretty sure they weren't grown in the first place. So
I would assume that if a butt plug is made, so it's a whistling butt plug, so you can fart. It's just not properly sealed, and then there's a little device in there. So when you fart, it goes. I don't know that they were looking about it being organic at the time that they created it.
So I'm going to try and get back a hold of the recircumcision guy. Remember the guy that you strap the fucking thing to your leg and it stretches your foreskin back out?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and get back a hold of that guy and see if we can't get him as a sponsor on the show. Give some of those away. We talked to him before and we just never closed the deal on it. But so if you want to be uncircumcised, if you've been circumcised and you want your foreskin back, we might have the answer for you.
So don't you think, okay, those are the types of conversations that are supposed to happen when we're not recording.
No, why?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're already saying, hey, if any of you guys got unwanted, if you guys are missing your foreskin and you want it back,
yeah, we
might have something for you.
Yeah.
But then again, we might not.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. I might have something for you. Does that make you feel better? I'm taking you out of it.
Yeah, okay. So for anything that you have that you're interested in us discussing, send it our way. www. Do you have to say that anymore? www, or do people just know it?
Pretty sure they just know it. If there's a .com at the end.
What if they don't? Okay, so then I could just say, go to Who's Right Podcast. And they know www and they know .com.
No, you can say go to our website.
Okay, go to our website.
There. That's it. That's all you got to say.
I don't remember what I was going to
I don't know what the fuck you're even trying to say.
Anything that has anything to do with the podcast, you come to me. If
No.
yes. But if you are looking for somebody to restore your foreskin, you go to Anthony.
All right, I'm back in. Yes.
All right. Well, I guess I don't know. Do you want to? We're going to end this now? What the fuck are we doing?
What? Why are you asking me?
We still got to record our Patreon.
Yeah, end this shit. We look like idiots now, as opposed to before where we looked cool.
All right.
Bye.
Well, bye.